One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Denton, Texas, home to the North Texas Mean Green. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's in open space downfield. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the North Texas Mean Green sends out the offense, and they'll go on the attack for the first time. And they are coming off a... performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sharp. He's going to take off. Across the 15. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? 3rd, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Caught behind the line. It's Stevenson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. North Texas in the hurry up.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. Touchdown Niners! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Trying the left side. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period. Charlotte has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. North Texas will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Sharp. Rushes on him. Oh, he's got a chance. Quarterback gets the first down. Lowers those pads. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling them on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Right back to the well. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's talk a minute about North Texas. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Smith wants to throw. Still on his feet. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hopkins. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the 49ers getting set on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. Swings it out to his running back. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The 49ers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Good right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown 49ers.
And with that Matt Score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
And the 49ers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Sharp. Bringing the heat. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the quick grab. There he goes. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch. North Texas getting it done with the explosive run. Now back to work. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Mississippi State. Week in and week out in the SEC.
Touchdown Niners! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mean Green. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Fullback's got it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. He's got it wrapped up. Bounced off his feet. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. North Texas will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense. Bounding over the top. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
He'll pull it down inside the 45. On the move at the 30. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. The 49ers will have it 1st and 10.
Pace, 27, jump.
Looking to throw, it's Sharp. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, 49ers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
North Texas lining up, facing third and long. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. North Texas will have to punt it away. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They want that clock to run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the 49ers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. The give to the fullback. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's like a cheat code. You know what's coming, but it's so hard to stop when you got the big fullback who comes downhill when you need it the most on third down and just falls forward and is going to get the first down. It's so nice to have, and this offense is set up with a chance to run this clock out.
And they'll take a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly